So in this video, we will learn how to sync Shopify products to WordPress website. So imagine this. You are using Shopify to sell your products. Now you have an idea. When you create a new product on your Shopify store, there must be a post on WordPress website so as to bring in more customer to your Shopify store. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of the product from Shopify, sort it out, upload the image and manually create a post on WordPress. Now this approach is actually very repetitive and tiresome considering you will create many products on Shopify. So here I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new product is created in Shopify, automatically create a post on WordPress. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Shopify and WordPress. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you with an example. Okay, so basically this is my Shopify store and I'm going to create a new product. So let's say the name of the product is LG i500 phones. Okay, so this is the title of the product, that is LG 5000 phones, and I'm adding a small description. The LG phones have come a long way with Snapdragon processor and then 16 GB RAM, 50 megapixel camera, okay. So basically a small description. Okay, so basically this small description will be added as a post with this title. Now there is something you should know, that we can also add the image. So this is how I'm going to add the image. I'm just going to paste the image URL. So this is the image. Let me just show you the image. Okay, so basically this is the image. Okay, the image of a phone. So let me just click on add image. So the image has been added and let us set the price. So this is worth 500 and we are offering at 200. Okay, so basically we are ready. Okay, so straight away I'm just going to click on active and let me just click on save. So basically a product called as LG i5000 phones is going to be published. So the product has been published. Okay, so the name of the product is, I repeat again, LG i5000 phones. Okay, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to straight away take you to the dashboard of WordPress and let me just show you the post. Okay, so let me just click on all post. So if our integration is working, then we do have a post. So as you can see, we do have a post, LG i5000 phones. So let me just click on view. So it may contain the same details of the product that we have published on Shopify. Yes. So as you can see, this is the title, LG i5000 phones. This is the image and this is a small description that we have added. So basically it's now a content. So this is the whole process. You create a product in Shopify, it will be reflected as a post in WordPress. Awesome, isn't it? Okay, so to begin the actual integration process between Shopify and WordPress, let me introduce Pabbly.com. So why are we taking to Pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Shopify and WordPress. So this is the website of Pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new workflow to integrate Shopify and WordPress. Now before I create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So let me just scroll down and let me just switch this workflow off. So as you can see, this is a workflow that I have used to integrate Shopify and WordPress. The reason I'm switching off this workflow is because we are going to create a new workflow. This old workflow will lead to the duplication of results. Basically, the same product will be created twice as a post in WordPress. We don't want that. We only want one post on one product. So we are going to create from scratch by clicking on create workflow. So we are going to give a name. So how about Shopify product to WordPress? post. Okay, so let me just click on create. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. Now this is called as the trigger window. So basically here we are going to set the choose app as Shopify because we want to send the data from Shopify. That is why. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new product? Okay, so new product is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if this condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new product is made in Shopify, then what action should be taken by the system? So basically, we are just trying to integrate Shopify to Pabbly Connect. So let me just straight away take you to Shopify. So this is my Shopify account. Now, first of all you have to do is just click on setting. At the left bottom, you will find the option that is setting. Now, this is the settings page, and here you will have to divert your attention to this part, that is notifications. Click this. Okay, so this is the notifications page. Scroll down, and here you will find the option that is webhooks. Click on create webhook. So when you click on create webhook, you will find a window. Now we have to set the event. Basically, it is asking when it should send the data. We want to send the data when a product is created. So make it as product creation. This one. Okay. Now the format will remain same as JSON. Now coming to the URL. So to get the URL, let us straight away go to Pabbly Connect. It basically wants the webhook URL. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so the webhook API version at present it is showing unstable. So I'm just going to take it to the 2021 version. Okay, and let me just click on save. Okay, so at present it is showing the webhook has been saved successfully. Excellent. Now what we're going to do? Basically, what we're going to do here is we have to make sure that once the product is created in Shopify, Pabbly Connect must be capturing it. So let's check whether it is ready for capture. Yes, it is showing it is waiting for the data. Excellent. We don't have to do anything here. So how about we make some experiment here? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on product and let me just add one dummy product. So what I'm going to do here is this is the name of the product. Okay, so we are just building a product that is laptop, or how about the name Samsung laptop. So basically we are selling a Samsung laptop, and the small description is the Samsung, I'm sorry about the spelling, Samsung laptops are very fast and reliable with Snapdragon i7 processor, SSD drive. Okay, so I think that's enough. Okay, so now we are going to add a media URL. So basically this will be the image. So basically this is the image I'm planning to add. Okay, let me just show you the image. Okay, so this is image of a laptop. So I'm just going to add this image. Click here and let me just add this here. Okay, let me just click on add image. Okay, so the image has been set. The price, the market price is 5,000. Okay, 5,000, and the price we are offering is 4,500. And okay, so practically we are done. Let me just click on active and let me just click on save. So our product that is called as Samsung laptop is getting created. Okay, so the product has been created. So let's have a look in Pabbly Connect. Do we have the details of this product that is Samsung laptop? So let's have a look. Yes, we do have the details. So basically this is the content, that is the Samsung laptops are very fast, reliable with Snapdragon i7 processor and SSD drive. And then we have the title, Samsung laptop. So let me just scroll down and let's explore the image. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have the image. Okay, so basically we have to get that image URL. So the image URL and the rest of the details of the product can be found from this particular address. Now to retrieve the data, we have to create one more action window relating to Shopify. So let me just scroll down and click on this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is basically an action window. In the choose app, since we want to retrieve the data from Shopify regarding the image URL, let's make it as Shopify. Now in the action event, how about we make it as, let me just scroll down and let me just click on find product by title and let me just click on connect. Now we have two fields to fill: the private app password and the subdomain. So first we will deal with the subdomain. Subdomain is practically easy. This is your subdomain. I'm just going to copy the characters in front of my Shopify and after HTTPS. So this is my subdomain. I have copied it and I'm going to paste it here. I'm sorry, I don't think we have copied full. Okay, I'm sorry. This is my bad. So let me just copy this full and let me just remove this and paste it here. My subdomain is called as Pabbly. Okay, now coming to the private app password. So this is a bit tricky. So this is how you retrieve the private app password. First of all, just click on apps. Click here and let us scroll down a bit. And at the bottom, you will find the option manage private app. Click this. Okay, so first of all, we are going to create a new app. So let me just click on create new app. Okay, so let's give a random name to this private app. So how about random WordPress post? Okay, this is because we are going to create a post in WordPress, but of course you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. Now coming to the emergency developer email, this is the email, and there is something else you have to do. Now we have to give some permission. So basically the API permission. So just click here and let me just scroll down. We want to send the data when a new product is made. So that is why let's change the permission in case of product. So as you can see, in case of product, at present it is no access. Let us change it to read and write. Okay, we have changed it, and all we have to do is at this point is just click on save. So basically it will create a new private app. So let us have a look. Is it able to create it or not? Okay, so it is trying to create. Give it 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so the private app has been created successfully. Excellent. So let us have a look. So basically this is my password. I'm just going to click on show, copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Easy. Okay, so let me just click on save. So when you click on save, you will find a field that is product title. So basically you have to map this particular detail here. Okay, this is the, this particular detail here. So to do that, first of all, toggle this to the right, remove this, and let's map it. So this is how you map it. So let me just scroll down and let us find it. Yes, this is the detail that we want to find. So let me just click on save and send test request to figure out our product related information. Of course, we have the title Samsung laptop, and then we have the HTML that is basically your content. Okay, so we have that. Now where is our image URL? So let me just scroll down. Let me just scroll down. Okay, so where is our image URL? We still can't find it. Okay, so I think this is the image URL. Okay, so this is the image URL. I'm just going to copy this and I'm just going to open this to figure out, is it the same image? Okay, yes, we do have the image. Now there is something else you have to do. So as you can see, WordPress won't accept this whole image URL. Okay, it will have trouble accepting this. So basically the issue is WordPress can only accept the image URL up to here, up to .jpg, and it's kind of right because it only wants the extension that is .jpg, not this whole thing. Okay, so basically we have to remove this and this part. Okay, so basically this extra part is unnecessary. It can't be accepted by WordPress. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, we just want this clean URL. Okay, we only want this part. So let me just introduce one more window, and in this window we are going to use split text. Okay, so first of all, the choose app will be text formatter. Text formatter by Pabbly. Now in the action event, how about we make it as split text? So yeah, this one. Click on connect. Okay, so basically we have to mention the text to split, that is basically our image URL. So let me just scroll down and let me just show you the image URL. So this is the image URL, Okay, so this is the image URL. Okay, we have mapped it. Now of course we don't want this part. Okay, v is equal to this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mention the separator. So basically the separator is this symbol, that is the question mark, and we have to make sure that we only want this part in front of the separator. So that is why I have made the segment index as first. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we have this perfect image URL. Okay, now we are ready to create a post in WordPress. So let me include one more window. I promise you this is the last action window, and here we are going to mention it as WordPress. Okay, in the action event, how about we could make it as create a post, then click on connect. So in the new credentials, we have to enter the WordPress username, email, the password, and the base URL. Basically, we have to fill 3 fields. Now, before we fill these 3 fields, there is something you have to do. Now, there is a plugin that you have to install. The name of the plugin is WP API Basic Authentication. Now, this plugin, I have already installed it. Now, I am not going to show you how to install it. All you have to do is basically copy this plugin, go to the plugin section, and just click on add new. After that, in the search, just basically paste this detail into the search, press enter, install the plugin and activate it. Okay, so I'm assuming that you will easily do it. Okay, because since you're working with WordPress, there is no need to teach you how to install a plugin. So the plugin has been installed. So let me just type my username. This is my username, and this is my WordPress password through which I have logged in. And this is the base URL. So this is how you get the base URL. In my case, it's this. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so this is the base URL. Let me just click on save. So when you click on save, a set of fields has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these fields is very simple. We are going to create a post in WordPress from the data that we have received from Shopify via PabliConnect. So let's start with the post content. So this is how you create a post content. You click here. And no, first of all, before creating a post content, I'm going to work on the post title because that's easy. So I'm just going to click here and I'm just going to click on the second accordion, and this is the post title. Product title is now our post title. Okay, Samsung laptop. Now coming to the post content. Now there is something you should know. I'm planning to insert the image as well as the content in this same field. So there is a small URL, that small code that you have to copy, basically enter before you before you map the image. So basically this is the post content. Okay, and this is how you enter it. So first you enter this simple code, that is image src is equal to bunch of double quotes, inside after that a slash and image. Now inside it, we are just going to enter the image URL. Now as you may remember, we have created a perfect image URL. Okay, so this is the image URL and we have mapped it. And after that, we are just going to enter the content. So this is the content that will be from the second accordion. Okay, so this is the content, that is the product body. So we have mapped this particular detail. Now in case of expert, we don't have to do anything. The status I'm straight away kicking on as published. The category, I'm making it as uncategorized. Now in case of category and tags, the more categories you add, it will be reflected here. Okay, similarly with the tags, if you add more tags in WordPress, it will be reflected here. I am keeping the tags as IFTTT and the category as uncategorized. Or how about I change it to testing? Okay, that will also work. So let me just click on save and send this request to create a post in WordPress. Okay, so this is the response that we have indeed created a product. So let's have a look. Do we have a post of Samsung? So let me just refresh the post page. Okay, yes, we do have a Samsung laptop. So this is the post. Let me just click on view. Okay, yeah, so this is the image and this is the description. Basically, this is the content and this is the title. Excellent. So the presence of this post shows that we have successful integration between Shopify and WordPress. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So I'm just going to minimize this action window, going to minimize this action window, going to minimize this action window, and after all, we are going to minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Shopify to PabliConnect, and then you have figured out a way to get the image URL. Okay, and then you have used the action window to get a perfect image URL, and then you have created a post in WordPress by integrating WordPress to PabliConnect. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Shopify and WordPress. Excellent.